What's going on, gardeners? On today's 2-minute garden tip, I'm going to show you how to build a poor man's greenhouse to keep your plants warm. Here I have a cold hardy variety of avocado called Lowe, which is a Mexican avocado and is actually freeze tolerant. However, it is still relatively cold sensitive, so I need to give it a little bit of additional protection on really cold nights. To do that, I've built this little hoop house around the tree. So what I did was I went to my local Lowe's store and I bought 4-foot pieces of 3/8 inch rebar, and I pounded it into the ground 2 feet so they would stick up out of the ground. And then I slipped 1/2 inch PVC conduit from the electrical aisle right on top of it. And I build this little structure to these dimensions that you see right here. And then I join the 2 pieces together with a conduit tee and a little cross brace like you see right here. And it's worked perfectly to build a cheap structure. Now normally, if we are going to get a hard freeze or have numerous cold nights in a row, I will take a 1.5 ounce, 120 inch agricultural fabric plant jacket and I will throw it over this PVC hoop structure that I built, and this will give my plant up to 10 to 15 degrees of cold protection using the water barrels and the incandescent Christmas lights that I use for heat generation, which I've showed you how to do in the past. Link both above and down in the video description if you want to see how to safely generate heat for your plants. But tonight we're only going to have a light freeze that'll probably be in the upper 20s to around 30. And when we have little events like that that only last a day, I don't like putting on the plant jacket because it's too much work to take off and put on. So instead, I'm going to use this king-size fitted sheet and I'm going to throw it over my hoop structure because it's nice and big and stretchy, and then I'll clamp it down with some PVC snap clamps. And as you can see, I was able to throw that cover and put on those PVC snap clamps in a matter of mere seconds, and that is going to do a shocking amount to keep my plants warm. I have some C9 outdoor rated incandescent Christmas lights that are hooked up to a wireless smart outlet outside, and that is connected to my avocado tree, and I'm simply going to turn on those lights, and those incandescent Christmas lights are going to radiate hundreds of watts of warmth and keep my tree warm. And this king-size fitted sheet is going to hold in a shocking amount of warmth. No, not nearly as much warmth as the plant jacket, but I don't need that much protection for a light to moderate freeze. Using this wireless thermometer in the tree canopy, I'll be able to show you the incredible amount of cold protection I'll get from this simple setup. It's getting cold very quickly, and if we look at my weather station data, you'll see right now it is 39.6 degrees, and if I scroll down to the wireless thermometer against my avocado tree, it is 46.6 degrees. So I'm getting an incredible 7 degrees of cold protection from that king-size fitted sheet, holding in the warmth from the incandescent Christmas lights and that water barrel. And if we go in to take a closer look, you'll see it is downright balmy in here under the cold protection. And to a lesser degree, I'm doing the same thing to this Meyer lemon tree right here with a fitted sheet, although the covering is not as intense because the Meyer lemon is a good bit more cold hardy. And here we are on the next morning, and this little fitted sheet right here protected this tree perfectly. So now all I'm going to do is take off these PVC clips, and now this fitted sheet is just going to pop right off. Just like that. It was that easy. And just as predicted, this tree looks perfect. There is no cold damage to it all, including on the blooms. The blooms look absolutely pristine. So whether you want to run with a fitted sheet or a thicker plant jacket, this is the ultimate poor man's greenhouse. Just remember, the fitted sheet is only made on to stay on for a night or two because it blocks sunlight. So evergreen trees like this need solar energy year-round. If you're going to leave it on for days or weeks at a time, make sure you get yourself the plant jacket because it's made from agricultural fabric, which is designed to let the light through. I'll place links down in the video description for all of the different items I featured in this video. As for the rebar and the PVC conduit, you can simply get that from Lowe's or Home Depot in the electric aisle and the concrete aisle. And that's today's 2-minute garden tip. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell to receive new video notifications, and check out our Amazon storefront and spread shop in the video description for a list of the gardening products I use and awesome custom designed apparel and other gear. Your support is greatly appreciated.